and welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited today because I have a very special guest and we're talking about an amazing group of people and an amazing conference. So I want to present to some and introduce to others the Bishop Olson Wells. Welcome.
The Olsen, you brought out the old, huh? Hey, Leisha.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Thank you. So good to be with you. Thank you for your time. Yeah.
I'm so excited because I was an honorary member of the Gospel Industry Network last year. Now I'm a card carrying member. So
Yes, you are.
I'm really excited about all that Jen is doing and the conference coming up because I had a blast last year. We'll let the
Yeah.
people know about last year so they can, get excited about this year. But tell us a little bit about you and about the Gospel Industry Network.
Well, the Gospel Industry Network, better known as the GIN, GIN, not the thing that you drink, y'all out there,
Oh,
but it does stand for Gospel Industry Network. We are a group of people, radio, television, print media, etc., that have come together to push the greatest music in the whole wide world, soul-saving, life-changing gospel music. We need all hands on deck because this music needs help to be pushed, and that's what we do. Although the name is new, we've been together for over 30 years in another organization. So we decided to just venture out and just do more and have more campaigns for gospel music. That was the reason that we really started it, because there just wasn't enough, being done for gospel music. So, and outside of the focus being radio, we've included, the influencers. What is an influencer? An influencer is that person that y'all know in your community that knows everybody and knows everything that's going on in their community. We need the influencers to be a part because we need help getting the word out on some of these campaigns that we're doing as far as promoting events and just things that are happening in the gospel music industry, and also the pastors. I
yeah.
teach a class, the real power, and the real power in the gospel music industry is the pastor. The pastor is if he has a church, he is a promoter and a facilitator. He
Absolutely.
has what we call, his church now becomes a venue for recording artists. And if the church has a bookstore, he is now the manager of retail. So pastors, and you know this, Lisa, if your pastor come up and say, "Hey, y'all, we going down there to the Civic Center for this Kirk Franklin concert," they're going to all be with the pastor. And
Yes.
if the pastor doesn't approve an event to be announced in their church, there's hundreds of people that won't know that an event is going on in their city.
Right.
So, and that kind of like almost goes back to what I was saying to you earlier about how we don't work together. Pastors, we need you all to help promote these concerts, that we have. So that's what the GN is about. And we're getting ready for our second conference that you attended last year in Miami, Florida. This year, it will be in Norfolk, Virginia.
Yeah.
Man, the people are excited about going to Norfolk. We're going to be at the Hilton Maine, which is the 15th most prestigious Hilton in the nation. And
Ooh.
we're excited about being there. We have some great events. Now, I'm going to say this a couple times. Go to thegin.org, THEGIN.org. We've got our itinerary posted on there. And we're just going to have some amazing events.
And that's what I'm really excited about because last year, it was the first one. Didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
And just that everything was so awesome. The classes, the extracurricular activities we did, the fashion show, like all of the things were just it was so great. And it was, for me as an introvert, which people don't believe, but I am. Uh, it was great to be able to to talk to people of note, people I've admired for years. I mean, I've been in radio a very long time.
Yeah.
And, just people that I've looked up to from afar, like, hey, you're right there. I can actually talk to you. You saw, you just saw me fangirl out on your wife because she's amazing. And like she just walked up to me and she was like talking about my outfit. I'm like, oh my God, do you know who you are? Like, but being able to have that access to artists, to industry people, to radio, folks was really great. And be able to get the real deal, not just some fluff, not some superficial information, but get the real deal, the nitty gritty. How do I, as an artist, if you're an artist, how do I get my stuff out there? Can I put it in your hand? Can it be played? What needs to be done? And what is the right way? Not the way that I heard the other people over there doing it, but what is the right way to do it, and having direct access to that information while having fun.
Yeah. So, and we say this, like this conference, we have humility that walks in the hallways. If you're cocky and stuck up, this ain't your conference. We walk with the spirit of Christ. We love on each other. People have invested a lot of money to come from wherever they come.
Right.
And, we don't want people to feel, feel like an outcast. So when you come to the Gen conference, we have our arms open real wide, and that's my spirit. I'm just a people's person. I'm the type of person that everybody has my phone number. I give it to you right now, 909-733-2700. And I'm going to tell you, that's the number that you'll need to call if you get stuck with anything, because I'm here to help, So text me at that number, And speaking of my wife, Siobhan Wells, formerly of the Kurt Carr Singers, Miss Jesus Can Work It Out, Let God Arise, and Presence of the Lord is here. She's got a new single out. Lisa's going to be playing that. And, just wanted to give her a shout out. She's the first lady of the conference, and we honor her. Lisa, last year you were out there taking all kinds of pictures. You captivated some amazing shots, for us, especially at the fashion show.
It was so much fun. We were out on the water. It felt real bougie, which is where I try to live most of the time. So, how many gospel conferences are having a fashion show over the water? You know what I'm saying? First of all, how many of them are doing fashion shows? And it be, diverse, and it be, we had a great host in Latricia Lofton Russell. Like, she was on it, like that's her thing, because she does the pageants and everything. But it was, who else can say they did that?
Yeah, it was great. We'll be, and it was so popular that it's coming back again. So this hotel is on a river, and we'll be overlooking a river again this year. Letitia is the CEO of the Little Miss Black America pageant, so she knows her stuff. And we have gospel artists and professional models that'll be performing, because that's the part. Fashion is a part of entertainment.
Absolutely.
So some artists, they need to know the appropriate dress. Y'all need to know what's classy and what ain't classy. I know that's bad Ebonics, but so that's coming back. And the good thing about all of our extra curriculum, it's all inclusive in your registration. So I've been to conferences, you pay your registration, and then anything extra you got to pay extra for, and that's not so with us. So that's included. Our registration is only $100, $150 for VIP, and I think there's a luncheon included in with the VIP VIP registration. So we're looking forward to a great time. Now, I'm really excited about this year because hip hop quartets and choirs will all be in the same room.
Yes, that is crazy to me.
Yeah. So learning the same things, networking, sharing with each other, because you guys, in gospel music, it's not enough of us to keep our music in survival if we don't all, like quartet lovers. You guys got to start listening to hip hop. Hip hop hip hop, they will tell you that they grew up on quartets. We just got to get the older people to start listening to more hip hop, because some of this hip hop stuff is really, really good. Canton Jones is over our hip hop, and MC Nice, who out of Los Angeles, he's #1 on Apple this week in sales. Has a traditional, has a traditional gospel sound, but has hip hop in it. Amazing song, doing well. So the two of them will be over the hip hop. Our quartet, Michael Boykin of the Supreme Angels and Thomas Alexander from the Virginia Airs and Connie Burth from the Quartet Awards. They'll all be there, all in the same room. Wow. And I'm really excited about this thing called the rehearsal. What is the rehearsal? We're trying to get the choirs to come back. So what we did, you guys, we invited some of the top choir directors from across the country to come in and teach their music. And they're going to teach their music to you all. We need singers to come to sing and be a part of this great event. So we've invited Jason Claiborne, who has written many songs for Hezekiah Walker, many hits. Eric Waddell from Baltimore, Maceo Harris, who's written for Ricky Dillard, Darnell Davis, who's written for Ricky Dillard and the late Kevin Lemons. Earl Bynum is the host of the whole conference, and Nate Bean out of Nashville, Josh Bracey out of Memphis, Eddie Boucher from San Diego, Zach Williams, who is #2 on iTunes right now, Zach Williams and One Accord, he'll be there, and just a whole lot of choir directors. So I'm a YouTube buff, Alicia. I play a little bit, and I'm always watching YouTube chords and all that stuff, tutorials. So I said, well, how about us do a choir tutorial, teaching the parts of these hit songs so that y'all don't have to work as hard trying to figure out the correct parts. Well, the directors and songwriters of these songs will be there teaching it. So we invite everybody to come and be a part of the rehearsal. All singers, we need you there in Norfolk, Virginia, July the 23rd to the 26th, Norfolk, Virginia. Go to Hilton.com, and it's Norfolk, the Main in Norfolk, you guys. And again, if you get stuck, we had a deadline this past weekend for the hotels. If the hotel is too high, call me. We'll see if we can take some back corners and get you in there. Okay. Again, my number is 909-733-2700. 909-2300. 909. Yeah, what is it? 909-733-2700. That's right. Or go to thegin.org.
That's right. We want folks to get in and register, because there's so many things that are being offered, not just at the national conference happening in July, but throughout the year. How many different affiliates do we have now?
We have 70 affiliates across the country, and basically at every major city in America, and Nassau and Freeport, Bahamas, Canada, and London. Yeah. So we're all over the place. And if you go to the website, thegin.org, hit affiliates and leadership, check your city out. If your city isn't on there, contact us, and you can just deal with us nationally. But we want to make sure that Jacksonville is, the Jacksonville area is Rich Christie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you're in the DC area, it is
Three Whitley.
Yeah, there you go. Because I wanted you to call it by that, because I just know her as Peaches, but Sister Peaches. And then the Baltimore area is Latricia Lofton. So we're all over the place. Detroit, Chicago, South Florida, California, Los Angeles, we're just everywhere. So come and be a part of us. And we're always doing campaigns. You can go to our Facebook page, Gospel Industry Network. There's a lot of GINs across the country. So make sure you hit the main one, Gospel Industry Network the GIN, and it says nonprofit organization. That's how you know it's the main one. Yeah.
And that's that you can get a national connection. You get, connected with people all over the country, but then you have the local connection with people in your city to build that base as well. Because sometimes there are cities that don't have that. I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area, and there was, we had a lot of things going on. And so, you had your pick. There are some cities that don't really have as much going on, and people are trying to figure out what to connect to in order to get the word out and, and share and be part of. So this is a great opportunity for artists and industry and even, fans alike. Like maybe to somebody who just wants to know more about it so they can know how to support gospel music better. They too can be part of Gen.
Yeah, absolutely. And we really just encourage just the plain gospel music lover. You're not radio, you're not an artist, but I love gospel music. Come be a part of the Gen. There's just work. Just like a church needs ushers, well, so do we. We need all hands on deck. We just need people to greet people. You like to hug and kiss. We need somebody that likes to hug and kiss because everybody don't like to hug and kiss.
I will give you a good God bless you.
Yeah. So, we have just a great things. And one thing that last year, we incorporated this thing called Shoot Your Best Shot.
Mm-hmm.
So we had record labels there and they'll be there again. Put them around the table and we give you 2 minutes to shoot your best shot. And we had a young lady by the name of Leah from Chicago. She came, she did so well. Norm Hutchins from IR Music Group signed her on the spot.
On the spot.
Yep. So that was July of last year. And this year, during the Grammy week in Los Angeles, she was at the IR Music Group video showcase, showcasing her new single that had already been done, So I'm telling you, it's about just coming and it's kingdom work and it's about meeting people. That old saying, it's not what you know, but it's who you know. It's true.
It is.
We do a lot. And even Kurt Franklin's record label, Vicky Mack, who is a part of our organization, she used to work for a record station, a record company by the name of Sparrow, and she was an executive for them. And she built many relationships. But when she broke off and started Gospel Centrics Records, which was her record label, everybody just started pushing because even if we didn't like the project, we would have played it because it was Vicky, and that's just how it is. When you build a relationship with people, they do things because of who you are.
Right.
Alicia, you play radio. I played people that I knew their stuff wasn't radio ready. I wouldn't play the full song. I play them.
Don't tell them.
I play them right going into a commercial and give them 60 seconds, but they got played, just because I wanted to give them an opportunity, So relationships go a long ways.
Sometimes you just need the opportunity to have the conversation or to get the information or to even just have your music played. Like there are people who've never heard their music played anywhere outside of their own computer,
Yes.
And having a connection with a person or a group of people who can actually get your stuff played, who can actually, make a difference either in your city or in a different part of the world. Because maybe your music ain't for your city, but maybe, maybe in Chicago it's a hit. Like if you're not in the room, if you're not in the place, you won't know.
Yes, absolutely. So I just want to encourage you guys, come out, be a part. We are not going to we're not going to allow streaming. We will be recording for our archives, but we're not going to be streaming live for social media because, it's just not fair for the people that have invested all their money in coming and then you just sitting at home enjoying it, So we want you to come and don't miss out, on this amazing event, July the 23rd through the 27th or 26th, July the 23rd through the 26th, Norfolk, Virginia. Go to the Gen, THEGIN.org for more information. So yeah, come on out.
We're excited about what's going to happen with the conference in July, but also with just Gen in general and having those connections and, you never know where Jen will be next. So I would encourage all who are listening, everyone under the sound of my voice, to make sure you go to thegin.org, thegin.org, and find out more about the Gin, register for the conference. We'll see you in a few weeks. Thank you so much, Bishop, for being on the show today and sharing Gin and everything with us today.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you for what you do for Jen and the kingdom of God.